Hey Fabs, it's Laitanya here, and I wanted to do a video to really walk you through the 30-day month, which is our monthly planner for you to be able to plan at a semi-macro level from a monthly basis, but then deduce down to a micro level of a day-to-day basis, so you get to plan your month one day at a time. And so I want you to get a keen sense of what's inside as you steward your time, as you steward the things of which God has given to you, and you can do it all right here in this planner. And so I'm super excited to show you guys our black signature color that is releasing. Is absolutely gorgeous. It's in our linen texture. As you can see, it has a realistic look of a legal pad and a landscape layout. And so let's dive in and take a look. So in the top left and right corners, here you just have this drop down, but there is a hexagon here. You have two hexagons, and both of these hexagons are hyperlinked to take you to the index page. And the index page is going to be your home base or your hub that links to every page throughout the planner. And so every page has these two hexagons that link and take you back to your home base. So let's take a look there. So this is your index page, this is your home base, this is your hub. But before we dive into what's on this page, let's go a page back. So this is right after our elegant, front cover. It's going to be a small welcome from myself, but then instructions on how to use it as a quick guide, just to show you where some of these hyperlinks that we're going to go over are and how you can use them. Now this page is hyperlinked to the index page as well, but then the index page is the only page that's not hyperlinked to the index page, right? It is hyperlinked to take you to the welcome page. And so now let's dive into this home base or your hub. So it's called a 30-day month. However, we know that there are a few months that have 31 days. So I have accounted for the 31 days for those months that have 31 days, and I've given you 31 actual daily plans for you to be able to plan. And so what I love about this planner is that it's a completely undated planner. And I did that intentionally and strategically because I wanted you to have something that you can duplicate and use month after month, duplicate and use year after year. No matter, it never runs out, it never gets old, because you can use it time and time and time again. And so let's dive in here. So you have the 31 daily plans, you have a monthly planner, you have at the front of the planner, you have monthly goals at the front of the planner, and then at the end of the planner you have a month in review, which is going to be your assessment of what your month looked like. And then you also have at the back of the planner, you have 6 different paper types that you've been given. You get 5 pages of each one of these paper types. So we have lined, we have 2 column, we have Cornell, we have dotted, graph, and blank, a little bit to appease to whatever your you like to use. And so let's dive in and go to the monthly planner. And so on the monthly planner, again, it is undated, so you can date it however you see fit here. And then you have each one of these months. So this is on this page only, is not linkable, but I'll show you how on the other pages it will link back to this page. So on every other page that this is located at, it will link back to this monthly calendar page, just not on the actual monthly calendar page, right? But you can highlight whatever month it is. So right now, at the time of this recording, we are in February. So you can highlight February to annotate that this is the month of February. And then you have 31 days that's listed here. So 31 numbers that's listed here, and each one of these numbers are linkable to the corresponding daily plan. So let's say from your monthly calendar, you want to be able to get to, the daily plan for the 15th of that month. Then you just simply click here on the number 15, and it's going to take you to that daily plan for that month. And then again here to be able to get back to the monthly calendar. And before I do that, actually, you know that it's the 15th is the daily plan that corresponds with the 15th of that month, because there's a box that is around the number 15. Now, to get back to the monthly planner, you just simply click any one of these months. It doesn't matter which month it is. You just click it and it's going to take you back to the monthly planner. And so that's how you get back to the monthly planner from every other page outside of the paper types. Every page outside of the paper types are going to have this monthly bar here for you to be able to link back to the monthly planner. Then on this side here, you have a little bit of extra planning and things that you can do. You can list out what your main focus of the month. I want to blow this up so that you can see it a little bit more. Main focus of the month, list that out of what your main focus is for the month. You can list out what your top projects, goals for the month are, and list those out. Obviously, you're not going to want to have a litany of things that you want to accomplish from a project perspective or a goal perspective, because there's going to be many other things that take place for you to be able to accomplish that product and that goal for the month. But typically, I would say no more than 3 big projects or big goals for the month. And you can list those out here. If they're smaller projects, smaller goals, then you can go for a little bit more. But I gave you room to be able to, do that how you see fit. Now you see that the words here are underlined. That's underlined because there's a hyperlink. This is how you get to the monthly goals page from the monthly planner. And then of course you just click back on there to get back to the monthly planner, or to get to the monthly goals, you get to simply swipe because it's the next page. Then you have the ability to put which books that you're reading for the month, what new skill you want to learn for that month, if anything, and then you can take some notes here. Now you can always cover this up and change this out to be something else, that if you're not learning a new skill for the month, you can cover that up and change that out for other text, and use that box how you see fit. You have a spot here to be able to write. Let me blow this up again. It says year. And here you can just write the year. So in this case, you will write 2024 here, and you can do that for no matter what the year is. Then on this side, you see the word review. And the word review there is actually clickable, and it takes you to the month in review. Remember, that's at the back of the planner. And so you click that, and here you are. Voila, you're on the monthly review or assessment of your month. That's at the back of the planner. And to be able to get back from the planner to the monthly planner or calendar from this page, again, you just click here, and it'll take you back there. If you want to get to a specific day of the month, you can do that again by clicking any one of these numbers to take you to the daily plan for that. If you want to get from this page, if you want to get back to the monthly goals that you set for the month, because remember, we'll talk about this a little bit more, but you're going to write out what your completed projects and goals are that you set at the beginning of the month here, and what things that maybe it is not fully accomplished. Maybe you weren't even able to start it, whatever the case may be, but you want to move it to the next month. You can list that out here. As you can see, it's underlined, so it's hyperlinked. So you just press there and it takes you back to the monthly goals. So that's our monthly planner, and how you can use that. And then as you can see, I'm pinching out to make it larger, and pinching back in to bring it back to its original size. So now let's head over to your monthly goals. Same concept, get back to the monthly planner. From here, you could go to any of your daily plans by clicking on whatever number corresponds to the day of the month that you're trying to get to. If you want to get to the month in review, the word review here is always on every page. It's going to be hyperlinked to take you to the month in review at the end of the month. And then, of course, you're going to write your year here, as we stated previously. Now, I have given you sections, different areas of your life for you to set goals for that month, right? So we have our spiritual goals, meaning our time and our relationship and that which we want to spend with Holy Spirit, because we only deal with Holy Spirit here. And then family and relationship goals for the month. What are your learning/educational goals for the month? Because learning is a lifelong process. What are your wealth goals for the month? Whether it is or financial goals. That can go there as well too. What are your health goals for the month, far as exercise, nutrition, and so on and so forth? What are your business goals or professional goals? Because you may not have a business, but you have a professional career. And so what are those goals for the month? And then what are your personal goals? So you can set those. And then again, like I said before, you can cover that up and, cover these up and use them for whatever category you want to use them for. So now let's move over to our daily plans. And so I love this layout. I think it's absolutely, gorgeous. It's simple, it's clean. And then you can really tailor it and make it your own as well too. So now again, just to restate, you can get back to the index page from the hexagons in the top left and right corners. You can get to the monthly calendar from clicking any month here. You can highlight, circle, underline the month to show what month that you're in. We know that we're on the first daily plan because the number 1, it has the box around it. If you want to get to the goals page, the monthly goals page, you're going to click on the main focus of the day. On each one of the daily plans is hyperlink. When you click there, it takes you there. And then, of course, the review is hyperlinked to take you to the review at the end of the month. So you have a time blocking schedule here that you can time block out your time. I didn't want to identify it as AM or PM because I wanted you to use it at your disposal. You may work more in the morning and during the day, or you may be one who works throughout the night. And so you can use it starting at 6 a.m. or starting at 6 p.m. and all the way down to basically 11:30 at night. So in this case, if you're using it 6 a.m. in the morning, then it's going to take you all the way through basically midnight. And then you can, if you want to use it the opposite way, then you can use it the opposite way here. You have your main focus of the day. What are you focused on for the day? What are your essential items that you need to get done? Like, these are things that are essential for today. And let's say you don't have a whole lot of essential things, then I would recommend putting some non-essential things, meaning they may be things that need to get done, but you don't necessarily have to do it. Or maybe you do, or maybe they don't have to get done today, but you can still go ahead and list those out. So you can make those, use some of these blocks for that as well too. And then just, write non-essentials here to distinguish between the two. Then what are your priorities for the day? I left this little space here so that you can, if you're one that like to check off and identify that you've completed that item, then you can do that. You can number it, you can star it, however you see fit. Then you have the ability to track your water. And this section is really kind of for your fitness aspect of your day. So you can track your water intake. You can write out what your workout of the day is. And you can list that here. You can write out what your nutrition looks like from breakfast, lunch, dinner, and your snacks. So you can write all that out. One of the things I love about using digital planners is that you can blow this up. It may look small here, but you can blow this up and write what those things are here and then bring it back to its original size. And then, of course, you're going to write out what you're grateful for. And you could do this whether it's in the morning. Some people like to start their day off writing out what they're grateful for, and some people like to end their day with what they're grateful for, or you can do both, however you see fit here. And then the beautiful thing is you have it all right here on one page, so you can actually plan out your day on this left side and middle side, and then on the right side you can review your day. So just as we have the month in review to review the whole month, and there's a page that's dedicated for that, I combined on one page the ability to review your day all on the same spread in that daily plan. And so here you see this label here, the day in review. And so you can identify like what your day looked like. How well did I use my strengths today? What do I need to improve? What needs to move to tomorrow? There may be some things here that weren't able to get started, but it's still necessary for you to do. You're going to want to move those things over to tomorrow so you can use that to identify those things. I did this is how well did I use my strengths today, because I think it's important for us to obviously recognize, like, in knowing who God created us to be, we know what we're strong at, we know what we're good at. And so how did I use the areas of which I'm strong at? How did I use the areas of which I'm good at for today? And write those things out here. But then what do I need to improve? Just as much as we know what we're good at, we know some areas of which we're not all the way there yet. And so in progressing forward, being able to identify what things do I actually need to improve, whether it is distracted here. I noticed that I was a little frustrated here, and this is why I was frustrated. And that level of frustration caused me not to, be at my optimal best. And so whatever that is, and then what of those things that, again, that you weren't able to do here needs to move to tomorrow. And then you can write out your notes, and you can use this graph area for whatever notes that you have. And so you have 31 of these daily planners, which I think are absolutely amazing. And so here just kind of gives you this blueprint of, hey, here's some things you already know, because I have what needs to move to tomorrow. Those things can now move over to the daily plan for the next day, and so on and so forth. And so you have 31 of these daily plans to be able to plan out your day. And I think it's so important as stewards of that which we have been given. David said, who is man that you are mindful of us, that you have made us to have dominion over the work of your hand. And so he's given us dominion over the work of his hand. And what better way to show him gratitude than to steward the time and to steward that which he has given. And when we write that down, and something so powerful about when we write those things down, it's like literally a blueprint shown back to us of how we're stewarding the work of his hand. But it's also a thing back to the Father of showing him in written form, here's how I'm stewarding that which you have given me. And so again, you have 31 of these daily plans, super sleek and clean, just as you have, I didn't say this, the covers are the linen texture, but the pages are also linen texture as well. And so you'll be able to see the beautiful texture in the, simulation of writing on linen texture paper when it's on your tablet screen or even your computer screen, however you see fit. So now I love to handwrite, so I typically use a tablet. However, you can type on this as well too, and really make it your own. And so now let's move over to and if you want to get from one daily plan to another daily plan, now we're on day 2 or the second of whatever month it is. And I want to hop to the 21st of that month. Then again, I could just click the number 21 and it'll take me there, to the 21st daily plan, and so on and so forth. And so now let's go to the review and walk through that. Sorry, my hand was on the screen. Walk through that. And so as you can see, this is just for you to be able to lay out what really happened during my month. You can write the year here again. It says highlights from this month. Let me blow this up so you can see it better through the camera. So you have the highlights from this month. You can write what those highlights are. You have your lessons learned, because there are some lessons that we've learned throughout each and every month. And then I'll get to that side in a second. Remember, I briefly spoke before about your monthly goals and being able to toggle between that. You click here, you're going to write out those things that was actually completed, and how fulfilling is it sometimes when, and not even just fulfilling, but also satisfying when we see that we're accomplishing the goals and the plans of which God has given us, the vision that he set for us, and we're accomplishing and benchmarks or markers along the way that is really taking us in the direction of which he has given us in the vision and the plan that he set forth. And so you can write those things out here. And then, and I love to, something that I do with myself, with my kids, and with those that are with me, is really think about all the things that you actually did, because what you'll realize and see is that you actually did way more than what you may mentally are retaining in your mind to that you did, right? And so write all those things out here, and then see of your goals what things wasn't able to get to, so you want to move those over to next month, right? And then let's say it's a goal that you know that next month you probably won't get to. I would say still write it here, and then just put, hey, you know, within the next 90 days beside it, or something of that sort, right? You may want to rate your progress for the month. This is for those who like to see, you know, some rated progress. If you don't use it that way or like to do that, then you can tailor this section to use it in a different way. But for those that like to rate their progress in these different areas of their lives, then you can see how you're growing and how you're progressing there. Of course, what am I grateful for the month? What are my areas of strength? What are my areas that need to improve here, down at the bottom? And then on this side, on the right side, you're going to identify what actually worked this month, right? And what actually didn't work this month. And then from here, this will give you a solid base for this. Like, what things do I need to keep doing, right? Because we want to keep doing the things that are working. What things from this, though, we'll see as we assess our month. We'll see, you know what, I actually need to start. I wasn't doing this particular thing, but I actually need to start doing this thing. So we have what we need to keep, we have what we need to start, and then we'll identify and notice that there are some things that I actually need to stop doing and just let it go. It's not working, it's not serving me, so I need to stop doing those things. And it could be something personal, it could be something professional. It could be a mix of both, because the reality of it is that our personal things do have a great impact on our professional effectiveness. And so, and then you may want to identify what focus area for next month here. And so that is our month in review for you to be able to assess and be able to see and lay out what that is. And of course, as a high octane woman, again, we move by the plans of Holy Spirit. We move by the plans of the Father. And so all of this, in doing all of this, we're not just doing this in our own strength. We are doing this as we're sitting with him. We've planned out. He's given us the vision. We're walking with him. He is a part of the process on a day-to-day basis, a moment-by-moment basis. And so this is not just a self thing, just to be really, really clear. And so now let's move over to your paper types. So your first paper type is the lined pages. And remember, you have 6 paper types: line, 2-column, Cornell, graph, dotted, and blank. And then remember that you have 5 pages of each. And so we have the line paper type. You have a space here for you to be able to write your date up here. And you just have 5. And so you can go over and we'll look at each one. This is the 2-column paper types, 5 templates for that. Then you have Cornell for you to be able to write out your key ideas, your notes, your task as a to-do list of sorts. And then you can keep this open and use this as you see fit. Again, everything that is here is laid out in a way that you can change it and you can make it your own as well. And so you have 5 of these for Cornell. Then you have the lined pages. I'm sorry, not lined. You have dotted pages. And the dots are, I would call them more finely dotted pages because they are smaller dots and they're a little bit closer together. But you'll be able to see, if I blow this up, you can see. So I say it's finely dotted pages. And then you have 5 of those. I absolutely love this layout. It's so gorgeous. You have graph pages for those, my graphers that like to use graph pages to kind of lay out and use the lines to write nice and neat and things of that sort. And you can get as creative as you want with these. And then of course we ended off with our blank pages. And let's see, if I blow this up, you should be able to see just, oops, I went to, should be able to see some of the texture. I hope that you can see through this screen some of the texture that's here from the linen textured pages. But there are 5 pages for the blank, and then that is it. You have this nice elegant back cover as well. And then again, from each one of these pages, you can get back to home base as you see fit. And so this is the planner that you may not knew that you needed, but now you do know, and how you can use it and lay it out and use it on a month-to-month basis, a day-to-day basis, a year after year basis. Again, I recommend that you duplicate it and always keep a blank copy of it, so that each month you can label this January, February, March, April, May, and whatever year it is as well too, and use it over and over and over again. And so with that, be blessed and have a fabulous day.